Before joining IntoUniversity, I didn't really have a clear picture of what my future was. I guess joining IntoUniversity just got me thinking, not necessarily planning your future, but starting to know that there's loads of options out there. I'm not confined to conform to whatever stereotype there is about me or whatever national statistics says about a female, a woman of colour. I can do whatever I want to do, and there's so many options out there. And that sort of knowledge didn't exist in my head before I joined IntoUniversity. My name's Nilufa Ahmed. I was a student at IntoUniversity, and then I came back to be a mentor and volunteer.
The problem that our young people face is that if you live in one of Britain's poorest communities, your chances of going to university are much, much lower than for the rest of the country. My name is Hugh Raymond Pickard, and I'm one of the founders of education charity IntoUniversity. The IntoUniversity programme is designed to give young people from poorer backgrounds the same advantages that young people in families where both parents are professionals and have been to university get. And there are 3 bits to the IntoUniversity programme. The first bit is after school study, so young people can come to us straight after school and they can receive help with their homework, and they can also learn about the wider curriculum. So this year, young people are going to be, for example, learning about astronomy, giving them a picture of what the broader world of learning will look like when they get to university. The second strand of the programme is mentoring. We think that you can only want in life what you can see. So we try to make sure that our young people have a mentor who is either at university or has been to university, who can inspire them to think about that journey for themselves. And then the last bit of our programme is called the Focus Programme, designed to give young people all of the extra support, advice, information that they need in order to make this journey through to higher education. And they might learn, for example, about maths or investigative journalism. And this will give them the opportunity to start to think in their own minds about their future careers and start developing the skills that they're going to need in order to get to university and then on into the job of their choice.
In 2015, I got accepted at University of Cambridge to study geography for 3 years, and IntoUniversity played a huge role in that entire process. There was one particular lady at the IntoUniversity Centre who had already attended Cambridge, so she knew the system inside out quite well, and she sat me down and talked me through the process, because this was the first time anyone in my family was going to university, so it was a big step and no one knew how the system worked.
We find, fund and build charities supporting disadvantaged young people to succeed in school and work. We've provided IntoUniversity with £2.4 million worth of unrestricted funding. We are also supporting them with capacity building. We have provided IntoUniversity with significant pro bono support, the most important being 4 strategy projects from our pro bono partner OC&C Strategy Consultants. I'm Sarah Young and I'm an Investment Director at Impetus PEF.
So we're going to watch a quick video which is filmed by an astronaut, and if you would like to turn your chair so that you can see the screen, I'm just going to flick the lights off so we can see this video, and then I'll press play for you.
We've been working with IntoUniversity for 10 years, and in that time they've grown from working with 850 young people in a centre in West London to 30 centres across the country working with 30,000 young people. We recently agreed a third grant to IntoUniversity of £1 million over the next 3 years, which will help them to grow from 30,000 to 40,000 students.
The reason that the relationship with Impetus PEF has been so powerful, I think, is that we share with Impetus exactly the same ambition for young people. Impetus brings the business expertise, and it also brings significant funding in order for us to achieve what we want to do.
I used to be a student receiving support, and I had a mentor myself, so I was quite lucky. And I think that installed into me this appreciation of mentoring and giving back. And so that's why I chose to be a mentor and come back to IntoUniversity and do the same for students that come from a similar background to me.
What do you want to do when you grow up then?
My first choice was being a doctor when I'm older.
That's amazing.
At the moment, I'm studying a Master's in Education, Gender Studies and International Development. In terms of the future plan, I would like to consider law school. So that's another additional 2 years of studying. And then after that, consider practicing law and then taking that legal experience maybe into policy and government and think tanks. But right now, all those ideas are all over the place, but I don't like creating a linear pathway. If there's one thing I've learned, I like keeping my options open rather than sticking to one linear plan and confining myself to it.